says we're live, or if we're not live here yet. I just thought I'd change it up a little bit here. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Happy that you could join me today. Hopefully there's some comments coming up on the bottom there. Hopefully that you can see that. And hopefully that you can hear me and see me okay. Oh, now what does it say? What does it say here? Oh, I don't want that. Don't want that. Why is that popping up there? Anyways, so I gave you an interesting subject line, an interesting title tonight. So what can set up a good day or can end up a bad day? So what do you think that means? Let me know down there. I am on live producer tonight. I'm streaming right into Facebook today. I just thought we'd change it up a little bit. So if I don't see your comments pop up, that's just because it's in a different spot here on live producer. So if you're coming in, do let me know where it is you're coming in from. I do appreciate your valuable time that you are spending with me tonight. Just got in from work. I'm working a later shift today, so it's been a crazy day. So I just pulled my hair out of my ponytail, so it looks a little kind of frazzled or whatever. So what do you think can set up a good day or can end up a bad day? So we're talking a little bit here today about a few things that you might be interested in learning a little bit more about. But before we go any further, welcome to my community where I create a healthier you. My name is Heather Edmondson, and I try to assist others to reach their health and fitness goals through coaching, mentorship, and accountability. So we can go kick those sugar cravings to the curb, and we can hopefully get you on the right track to a healthier you. So yes, I am wearing a pink shirt today. Today in Canada is Pink Shirt Day. And what that is leading up to is about an anti-bullying type of thing going on. So we have tried to address that a little bit. And I'm here to support all those people that feel that they're being bullied and stuff like that. Hello, Cynthia. I can see you popping up on there. Can't bring your comments up on here because, like I said, I'm going live right here into Facebook. Thought we'd just change it around a little bit. So what do you think I'm talking about here? What can set up a good day or can end up a bad day? Well, what I'm going to talk about today is about quality of your health, and what can contribute to that is good quality sleep. So how many of us seem to be burning the candle at both ends, and we seem to have way less time in our lives? Everybody says that we are so busy that they don't have time for this. I can't set up a Zoom call with you or a coffee date with you because I'm so busy and I just don't know how to plan more than 24 hours in advance. How many of your friends maybe say that to you? I have a few friends that say that to me, and seeing that we can't meet together physically in person, for a lot of us, we do have some virtual dinner dates or coffee dates or just visiting time. So and when a person says that they are way too busy to even schedule that in their life, maybe it's because they're not managing their time maybe as adequately as they could be, or they are so stressed out with burning the candle at both ends, trying to fit too many things into a day, or maybe they're just stressed out with all of this stuff that's going on. So those are all possibilities that could be happening in that person's life or in your life at that time. So how much sleep do you think an average adult needs to have proper energy to get through the day? Have any of you maybe thought about that yourself? On average, most of us end up in a sleep deprived or a sleep deficit. So if you do see me looking down, I do have a few bullet points here to keep me on track, because I can get that squirrel moment and go off on a sidetrack, and we don't want that, because I want to respect your time as much as I want to maximum use of my time as well. So we have all these things that can save us time and energy, or so we think. We have microwaves that we can create meals quite a bit faster. We have dishwashers to wash our dishes. We have washing machines to wash our laundry, and so on and so forth. But it seems that we still all complain that we don't have any more hours in the day. There's still only 24 hours in the day, and we still seem to be running ragged, running this way and that way, and seeming to be trying to balance too many things, too many plates spinning in the air, you could say. So why is it that we have these time-saving things and we still don't seem to have any more minutes in our day? So like I said, it could be that we're trying to burn the candle at both ends. So the average adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep to have a proper and productive sleep, so that you actually go into the deep REM And now most of us have these little handy watches on our wrists, or trackers on our in our computer or phones or whatever, and it can track our sleep. So I challenge you guys to pop in here in the comments over the next few days. Track your sleep if you have one of these little devices, and let me know what it is that you are getting for some of your sleep over those over the next week, and let us know how it's going. So it's kind of interesting to see if you are actually going into those deep REM moments and you're actually getting that deep sleep that we all need. And the REM is the rapid eye movement. REM, that's why it's called REM, where you actually go into the dream phase. And because I've started taking some melatonin, and a lot of people that maybe haven't been, their body hasn't naturally released the natural melatonin, you can sometimes get some supplements that can help you with that. But some of those people have never gotten into that dream phase, to the rapid eye movement where they're actually dreaming. So when they do take something like a little boost of natural supplement that puts them in that dream phase, they right away think that they're having, well, maybe they're not having good dreams, maybe they're having nightmares, because their body has never got into that absolute restful state that they can actually dream. My husband has the most vivid dreams. And of course, I'm not a morning person, and he has to tell me about his vivid dreams in the morning. And I'm like, oh my, can you please be quiet? I haven't had any coffee or whatever. But he has vivid dreams, so much so that he sees colors, and he sees people's faces, and he sees people that he grew up with as a child, and he goes back and he's in schools that he used to attend, on camping trips. Like, he's very vivid. He's so vivid. He sees the trees and the streets and street signs and all kinds of things. Whereas a lot of people will dream and they know they've had a dream, but they don't actually remember what exactly went on in it. So there's different phases of getting into that deep sleep and the rapid eye movement and actually having an interesting dream. So difficulties can occur not getting the proper amount of sleep is when you're not in sync with your biological clock. And that can happen, like I said, if we don't have the proper things released at the proper times in our body to give us the restful sleep, the melatonin, the hormones that we need to release at the right time. And a lot of that occurs when people work shift, or they maybe have different substances in their system, drugs or alcohol, or anything like that. Caffeine can really affect how much rest you are going to get, and the proper rest. So shift workers are a really tough one. Me being a nurse, and I did work shift work for a little portion of me being a nurse. You're a shift worker when you have little ones at home, as a parent, because they're up all different hours of the night, so you can be sleep deprived there as well. So some people have different medical conditions that could be contributing to their lack of sleep. Like I said, maybe they don't ever get into that deep sleep or that rapid eye movement and get the proper rest that their body is needing. Maybe they are not listening to their body's needs, and like I said, trying to push the window of how long they are being awake and doing things and activities, and trying to spread themselves maybe a little bit too thin. So we need to really listen to our bodies and listen to what's going on. I can go and go for a while and do for all kinds of other people's, and then all of a sudden I'll just crash and burn, and then I'll sleep for a whole day or a whole 2 days, as my husband can tell you. I can do that, and then all of a sudden your body just says, nope, you aren't doing this anymore. So we can be in a sleep deprivation or a sleep deficiency. So it's like a sleep debt, which can lead to short-term or long-term health problems. Some of the complications are we're always trying to feel that we're always trying to catch up on that sleep. Some of it can affect our hormones, whereas it can throw us into such a state that we would be fighting obesity because our body doesn't know which hormones to be releasing at the right times. So that can be a deficiency, and that can cause obesity. Some of them can affect, some sleep deprivation can prevent or be affected by genetics. And it can even damage the DNA, can occur from being sleep deprived. It can cause cell damage. So if you are trying to have a family or whatever, you have to make sure that you're getting the proper amount of sleep. If you're trying to create a child, because, like I said, your DNA can be thrown all wonky and all those types of things. So I thought that was a little bit interesting tidbit to share with you. So if you don't get the proper amount of sleep, your body's not in a restful state to be able to fight the germs and bacteria and organisms that are out there, because you don't have that extra fight in your system. So getting the proper amount of sleep puts you in a healthier state that way, because then you are able to fight off all of these normal flu-like symptoms or anything like that, because you do have the energy, your body has the energy to combat it. So that was a little thing, like it can help prevent hypertension, so that's high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, kidney and heart disease are all of some of the things that can be warded off a little bit better if you have a proper amount of sleep in your system. How about it also boosts your immune system? So fertility can be, like I was just mentioning about the DNA, fertility can be thrown off because of sleep disruption or sleep cycle disruption. So inflammation of the gut is a contributor to some of the conditions that can happen also from sleep disturbances. Inflammatory bowel disease is sometimes caused like through the gut issues. It can also be contributed to having the lack of sleep in your life. So your body, when it goes into the natural sleep state, is when your body actually builds and repairs muscles and bones. That's when your hair grows and your nails grow. It's called a recovery period. Your body goes through the natural recovery when you are when you are getting your proper amount of sleep in your life. Your body regenerates. That's why a child or a baby sleeps so much. It's like when you're looking at a puppy, every time it sleeps, it seems to grow. Its paws get bigger and bigger. Same as when you're trying to grow muscles. If you're into fitness and you're trying to build your muscles, when you work your muscles out, you tear them down. And through the night, when you get a proper amount of sleep, that's when your whole body goes through the repair phase. And so that's why a lot of people will be very hot through the night if they are working out, not just cardio, but actually lifting weights or anything like that, because their body's going through the repair phase. So it's actually burning all that stuff, and it feels that you're hot. You have to throw the covers off, or you want to turn on the air conditioning or open up a window, or those types of things. So another big, huge issue is mental health. Memory, cognition, concentration, and productivity can be affected when you don't get proper amount of sleep. If you are burning the candle at both ends and thinking that you're going to pull an all-nighter and you're going to study all night to be, kill that exam that you're going into the next day, that is one of the worst things that you can do, because your brain is actually going to function very well when you go into that exam, because it's going to be so sleep deprived that you aren't even going to be able to put two thoughts together to answer the questions in the exam. So that is not a good thing. The best thing to do is to have prepared for the exam ahead of time and studied in small increments, and then actually getting a good night's sleep before you go into the exam works better than, like I said, staying up all night cramming and trying to get all that stuff to stay in your brain, and it doesn't work very good like that. So your mental health can suffer with chronic deficiencies associated with depression. Anxiety is a big one from sleep depravity. Another one is a healthy libido. If you want to have a healthy and good sex life with your partner or your spouse, you got to make sure you get adequate amount of sleep, because then you'll be energized and raring to go there. So how about your emotional side or your social intelligence? Your body doesn't function, like I said, with a lack of sleep. Your brain isn't, the synapses aren't firing properly. You're not connecting all those things, and you maybe are not necessarily even as patient with people. So by getting enough sleep, you become more cheerful and you become more empathetic to situations that are happening around you. And like I mentioned yesterday, it helps to be prepared with like kind of practicing little scenarios of what can happen by setting yourself up for success. And this can be the same thing with getting your brain set up for success by letting it get the proper amount of sleep, so you can be cheerful, you can be a nicer person to be around, and your family's going to thank you for that. So invest in your health, and the most importance of sleep Sleep is one of the most important investments of health. So I'm going to do some rapid fire here and fire off 10 little tips here that are maybe some things that you might be able to adjust in your life, and it might help you get some more sleep. So getting into your natural rhythm, scheduling your bedtime routine, and actually getting into a routine like that so that you go into that natural circadian rhythm. That's number one. Number two, a sleep environment. Make sure the temperature, tone, noise, lighting, all that stuff is in the zone where you are going to be able to actually get some sleep. The drapes are closed. Your room is maybe cooler. That helps. Less noise, no distractions by television in the room or any kind of electronics. Shut those down. Number three, caffeine and alcohol, like I'd mentioned. Number four, healthy herbs to relax, like chamomile or lavender. Number five, eating light and right. Don't eat too heavily right before you decide to go to bed. Maybe have your bigger meal at the midday instead of maybe at supper time in the evening or just before bed. So maybe you can just have a light snack before, if you want to keep your glucose levels in check through the night. Have maybe just a light piece of toast or peanut butter. Not such a harsh thing to digest like an apple. That's going to take your body more work to digest right before bed. So maybe you want to stay away from that. Having a shower or a bath can help improve sleep. How many times did I bath the babies when they were little to get them burnt out and ready for sleep because they had moved their body, and you'd maybe put some lavender or something in the bath to help calm them down and help them sleep. So that's a good one there. Regular exercise and not too close to bedtime, because the same thing can happen where it would rev up your system because you're exercising. So try and do your exercising a little bit earlier in the day. Or if you want to exercise in the evening, don't maybe do something as vigorous. Maybe do some more meditating and yoga and stretching type of thing where it kind of brings your energy level down and calms your body, calms your mind. Number 8, screen time. Practicing and regulating your breathing is another one. Decreasing your screen time, like I said, turning off all your devices an hour and a half to 2 hours before you are planning to go to bed. So that is a really good thing. Number 9 is exposure to sunlight. Try and expose yourself to the brighter sunlight of the day during the day periods, or whatever shift it is that you're working on. Some people need to have that little happy light, it's called, when we go through our winter period. I get the seasonal affective disorder because we don't get enough sunlight, especially here in Canada, for as long a period of time as my body maybe needs. So, and number 10, if nothing else helps of these 9 above things that I just gave you, then maybe it's time to seek some medical attention from a doctor. Maybe you do need to have some blood work taken and see if there's something not being regulated in your body, and you're not able to maybe produce your own melatonin to send you off into la la land, into sleep. So it might be some other issues. You might have some other health issues going on that are preventing you from sleeping. So please do check with your doctor. Check that everything is in tickety-boo shape, and hopefully you gained some value from that tonight. Hello, everybody that participated and are on the side there in the conversation. Like I said, I am on live producer tonight and not able to pull you up on the screen. So hopefully you gained some value from that tonight. Sorry, I'm a little bit later because of work issues and a little bit of technical issue trying to get on here tonight. Thank you very much for being here, and we will see you all again tomorrow after 6, because I don't get home till after 6. So, ciao, peace out.